the Sports Express show. So it all went down last weekend in Saudi Arabia. It all happened. Everyone has been talking about the fights. Everyone has had their opinions, their analysis of the fights, and we're definitely going to be digging into this one as well. So Anthony Joshua defeated Andy Ruiz Jr. for the heavyweight title to regain his IBF, IBO, WBA, WBO heavyweight champion of the world, the two-time heavyweight champion now.
Yeah.
And in the words of the man himself, the first time was so nice, he just had to do it twice.
Whatever, bro. Whatever. Look,
There we go.
Let's-
What do you have to say about that?
Look, I mean, I'm so disappointed. I don't want to lie to you. In fact, you know, screw this. This is the Sports Express show. So here's how I feel about that. I'm very disappointed.
Firstly,
Very
before you tell me how you feel,
Yeah.
because today I'm in a business of serving humble pie, which I think the both of us should eat, right?
Yeah.
Because we completely ruled out.
We slaughtered the man.
We slaughtered Anthony Joshua last
We
week,
slaughtered
and if
him.
you're gonna check the video out, you're gonna see what was our prediction for last week.
Yeah.
And it was completely off.
Completely.
And now that I think about it, coincidentally, we were sitting on the very same couch when we wrote Andy Ruiz out in the first fight,
Yeah.
and when we saw how that turned out.
Yeah,
So how could we have possibly gotten this one wrong on two occasions?
Horribly wrong.
Completely wrong.
Horribly wrong. And
Yeah.
after that match, I felt so dejected. I was like, really? Really? But anyway.
I felt the opposite because I took the humble pie, bro, because it was a completely different outcome, nothing expected from what we predicted.
What we
obviously.
predicted, yeah.
Yeah, but it was a totally different game plan by AJ.
Yeah, it was more reserved, more calculating, more
Yeah.
patient. As we in fact we had said that a different game plan from him
Yeah.
would be of the same effect. That he won't rush in and trade blow to blow. He'll be patient, use his jab, and,
Yeah.
you know, just control the boxing match.
Exactly.
He went back to boxing instead of brawling. I think the first match he wanted to brawl and to have a big entrance in America. That didn't happen. So he's like, okay, let me just get back to boxing basics. And he just controlled the match and he won.
The sweet science of boxing, as you put it.
Science
I
of
think
boxing.
I think there's always a saying that people say that the most stupidest person will do the same thing twice and expect a different result.
Exactly.
So he absolutely changed his game plan in a space of 6 months.
Yeah.
To change the way it looks, his physique.
Yeah.
He became more leaner. He lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Came in weighing like one of his lightest ever
Yes.
in boxing. And also changing his game plan because he realized that going against a fighter who was a lot quicker than him.
Yeah.
Fighting him on the inside is a lot dangerous, and he
It's a
actually
lot
went long.
yes. So
and
he
used his height.
he kept him out there, you know, made him stick there. But you know, it worked out, and he regained his belts.
Got his belts back.
Yeah, and he.
And that was and a lot of people talking about the criticizing his game plan, saying he was running, he was on his bike, but he did what he had to.
No, he did what he had to do.
get his bike, his belts back.
Look, he did what he had to do. It's like some people complaining about in football parking the bus,
Yeah.
and then a team does a counter and does a
And
smash and grab
yeah,
and
yeah.
wins. He had to do what he had to do, and he did it, and he's world champion again.
Used his advantages,
Exactly.
exploited Ruiz's weaknesses.
He just went back to boxing basics, and because of that, he's world champion again. And he served us our humble pie. It still doesn't taste great from my end. I still haven't finished eating it, but yeah, congratulations to him.
Yeah, massive congratulations to him.
Massive congratulations to him. But let's shoot over to Andy Ruiz
my
now.
goodness, Andy Ruiz.
Andy flipping
Ruiz. now we coming.
Now we're coming for you.
Because he even said it after the fight that his preparation for the fight was absolutely shambolic. He was partying for 3 months, and he actually looked the part because he said he was eating. He's not eating right as well. And is that an excuse, or is it just?
But no, that's not an excuse. He's an elite fighter. At that stage, I don't care because Mayweather.
So that's not valid.
It's not valid. Listen, Mayweather used to party, used to eat junk food just before a fight. He's still undefeated. So that's no excuse. My question is, like, what was he thinking?
But he was a lot heavier. Though. He was actually very overweight compared to the first fight.
Now this is a strange thing.
Yeah.
When he was building up to the fight training,
He looked a lot leaner.
He looked leaner.
Yeah.
He looked like he lost weight, only to find out that on fight night he gained a lot of weight.
Yeah.
So was it one of those things where he trained and got lean and said, "Yeah, let's celebrate because I've got."
He had everyone fooled with the videos.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So was it one of those? What was the game plan, guys? What was the game plan? And is he after him admitting that he was partying for 3 months? How do you part anyway? Partying for 3 months. Is he deserving of a third match?
No.
Like these are questions
Look,
that have to be posed.
I think third match is out of the question.
Look, I think
no one wants to see a third fight. Honestly, no one
Yeah.
wants to see a third fight. What we want to see going forward now is Anthony Joshua getting into the picture of Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. We do not want to see a third fight.
Yeah, we don't, and it's actually quite irresponsible of him. And he's just
Very irresponsible.
And he's literally given Anthony Joshua back the keys. Like he said, here, take them. I mean, you don't
Yeah.
do that, bro.
Immediately after taking it from him.
Exactly. So this could have been his meal ticket for the rest of his life to
Yeah.
feed his family and to just be set. But he was just irresponsible. How do you party for 3 flipping months as a champion, knowing that there's a fight happening in a few months'
Unbelievable.
time?
And the sad thing that I saw was his father coming out in an interview and saying how he completely changed after the win in June. How he was disregarding his family. He obviously bought them a house and everything, but he was with his friends most of the time, partying, not training, ignoring his trainer's instructions.
So it's completely his fault, and I don't
Yeah.
feel, unfortunately, yes, in life we all deserve second chances, but this was his
So he
second
blew
chance.
it. He absolutely
This
blew it.
was his opportunity to say, look, I'm here to stay. That wasn't a fluke. This
Yeah.
is me. If you want the keys, come for me, and I'll dominate.
Yeah.
But he blew it, and he became what he became, and we don't want to see the third fight.
We don't want to see the third fight. He had tremendous potential to actually be a proper champion.
Yeah, he
in the
did.
heavyweight division.
And I don't know what made it get to his head.
You know what,
There's no
this-
excuse, man. There's no excuse. Look,
Yeah.
I get it but I'm not an elite athlete.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? I can get it. Like if I won the lotto like tomorrow,
Because he had
then
50
I
million.
get it.
He had 50 million, and you know what they say about if you give someone 50 million and see how their mindset is going to change, how the desire is going to
Yeah.
change. So was he the same fighter that he was because
of
before
course
the
not.
first fight when he was a lot hungrier, and now that he had the belts and now that he had the money?
But it also puts into question his long-term vision.
Yeah.
He doesn't have vision. If we honestly look at it, because yes, he has the money, he has the belts. Now prolong that, because
Yeah.
the longer you go,
So what's the plan
the
going
more
forward?
money you
Longevity?
can. The more money you can demand. But like honestly speaking. But anyway, look, he's lost. He got what he deserved, and congratulations to Anthony
He has
Joshua.
himself to blame, Andy Ruiz.
Yeah, look.
But looking at possibly for the near future for Anthony Joshua, I heard his next fight is going to be sometime in April or March next year.
Yeah.
So the the WBO, I think, has already put a mandatory fighter
Yes.
for him. It's either Usyk or Pulev, I think.
Yeah, he
So
did mention.
before actually he fights Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, he has to go through a few people as well. Okay?
Yes. Look, that Alexander
Usyk
match will be a
Yeah.
really good
If
one.
it actually happens.
I pray it happens, because that will be a real test of both athletes. You know, it will. Usyk is powerful but calculating at the same time. He's a real
Talented
technical, talented boxer. So we'll see who's gonna. And he's undefeated as well. So you know, every boxer lately. There are more undefeated boxers around, and obviously you want to keep that record. So we'll see how things go, but let's be honest, the whole boxing world wants to see Wilder and Joshua. I feel
Wilder's going to take on Fury before
Yes.
the Joshua fight. So the
Yes.
winner of that fight will take on Anthony Joshua.
I still feel that even the loser should still face Anthony Joshua. I still feel that they should face each other. I know,
But ultimately, we want to unify the division.
exactly.
So
I
whoever
get
has
you.
the WBC belts and Anthony Joshua has the rest of the belts, so the two have to go
Are
together.
you telling me if Tyson Fury loses, you don't want to see Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury?
Well, it's not likely that we're going to see that fight.
No, but
if
I'm
he loses.
saying, if that was the
Listen,
case,
the possibility of him fighting those two guys is very slim. I think he'll fight one of them, and that's whoever wins the fight in their rematch.
I just feel everybody should fight everybody, bro. Be like a bro.
That's all the fantasy we have about boxing, but it never really happens.
Yeah, it's always the same thing. But look, let's see what the future holds for us. I think heavyweight boxing is still in a healthy state. Disappointed with Andy Ruiz Jr. He should have been up there. Now he's not, and yeah, I don't even want to see the picture going forward with him. I'm really disappointed. In fact, he was a role model for a lot of people, and he just blew that up. So
Disappointed the fat boys on the wing.
yeah, he disappointed the fat boys on the wing. He's not. In fact, he's not even a fat boy in the wing anymore. I retract my statement. He's just a flipping fat boy. Anyway, let's wrap it up.
I love how you called him a fatty before the first fight. And then knocked
him out, and then we upgraded him to fat boy in the wing. And then after hearing that, he got arrogant. I think we should stop giving him more, like names. He got arrogant, and he's like, "Oh, I'm a fat boy in the wing now."
Yeah.
And then he lost. You're a fat boy now. You're a fatty. But anyway, guys, thank you again for tuning in.
See how the world turns on you. 1 week. 1 week.
And you know how fickle the sports media is.
Yeah.
We know different. We know flipping different. If they can do it,
It takes
we also
one fight.
One
match.
already. Hey, the video before that, we were all for him. Now, no. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you again next week. Peace.